G'day everyone, Envy here and we're back with some more MTG Arena. Today we're playing Kaya Cleric. This is an Orzhov Cleric tribal deck in Standard, and it's utilizing the abilities of Aura of Skyclave Hierophant and Kaya the Exhonorable to keep on recurring creatures entering the battlefield, draining us, giving us life, draining our opponents, and eventually wearing out their resources. So let's take a look at the deck. On the 1-drops, we are running 3 Speaker of the Heavens with its Vigilance and Lifelink. It is great. We can pretty much get 27 life very easily. So it's a really good card. And we can make some Angels, which are also good for a late game finish. 2 Archfiend's Vessel. We're playing this one because it is a Cleric. It does something great when it enters the battlefield because it has lifelink. It does something great when it dies because when we bring it back, it becomes a demon. And also, it's a good thing to sacrifice with Village Rites because we don't mind it being in the graveyard. The great thing about this deck is we don't mind stuff dying because if our creatures die, we can bring them back. Our opponent's not so lucky, so we can afford to just chump block, sacrifice creatures. It's all good because we can bring them all back eventually. So it's all about stalling till we build a big enough board so our opponent can't really do anything against it. So we've got 3 Village Rites to sacrifice creatures. Now, you may say, why am I playing Village Rites? And I'll tell you this. The reason why I've got it in is pretty simple. If you're holding 1 black mana up and your opponent decides to target remove or something, you might as well sacrifice your creature for 1 mana and draw 2 cards out of it. They waste a burn spell or a kill spell and you get something out of it as well. Plus, you can also sacrifice in a pinch as an instant speed. You can sacrifice another Cleric while you have Aura on the field, or Aura itself, and during the battle phase when they swing, you can do this, trigger and get something else and block with it, so you can actually pull up a better card if you so desire. That may be more useful at that current moment. A lot of flexibility with it. 4 Professor of Symbology, because Symbology is great because we can get some stuff from the sideboard. It allows us to tailor some extra stuff, similar to the last deck I played. If you have watched that video about the Kaya Phoenix, Professor of Symbology puts in some work. Cleric of Life's Bond, 4 of him because he gets life every time a Cleric enters the battlefield, and he gets bigger, so he's a great turn 2 drop. 2 Vanishing Verse, it exiles target monocolored permanent. In the current meta, there is a lot of monocolored colors that we want to get rid of, particularly in the mono-red matchup. We want to get rid of things like Torban, because Torban is bad against us. Also, anything else like, say, most enchantments that are single colored, so we can get rid of those, as well as Planeswalker, so it's actually a pretty good card, all things said. 4 Pirate Heroes, those who aren't aware, this is a really cool card from Coldheim. You pay 2 mana, sacrifice creature, and it basically neoforms another creature out, but that creature has to be the same creature type, so all our creatures are Cleric, so we can bring out another Cleric with a mana value up 1. The only downside is we can only play this on our turn as a sorcery, so essentially you attack with something, you swing with it, do its damage, sacrifice it, bring out a bigger creature. And if you're sacrificing these, again, if you sacrifice things while Aura's on the field, you can bring back something else. So you get a new creature plus another creature as well, which is really cool. So 4 Righteous Valkyries, one of the best clerics, and one of the best angels there is. This is a complete game changer for both decks. We gain more life, and if you have 7 more life, if we have 27 life or more, all our creatures get +2/+2, which is just great. If our opponent just can't take our life total down, or they're slowing down, or we're just gaining too much life, we just really can turn the tables on the game. Playing 1 Demon's Disciple. This is one that you would pick up from Pyre of the Heroes with Cleric to Life's Bonds or Professor of Symbology. If your opponent's playing mid-range or something, they're just like playing a sort of Tron deck, you can make them sacrifice their creature as a response. The great thing about this one is if you play this and you sacrifice it, you will get something else back, and then you can play Aura to bring it back, and you can keep doing this a few times. I think you can loop this ability 3 times, which is really cool. Every time you sacrifice Demon's Disciple, it triggers, you get something back, you sacrifice it again with Pyre of the Heroes, brings him back, and so on. It's really cool. 1 Veto, Thorn of Dusk Rose, because it is a really niche sort of card, but really good because in the end game, what you want to do is you want to pull Veto out and then pull Haunting Voyage, bring all your creatures back and hopefully a couple of Valkyries, and just burn your opponent out like that. We have 4 Aura of the Skyclave Hierophant, the best MVP in the deck. When it dies or another Cleric dies, you get another Cleric from your graveyard with a lesser mana cost back to the battlefield. Cool combo, I'll tell you, which you see in a game that I'm playing. I sacrifice Aura, so Aura dies, So I have aura on the field. I play another aura. I sacrifice the second aura. Since technically two aura died and another cleric died, it triggers twice. I bring back Demon's Disciple. Demon's Disciple sacrifices the opponent's creature. I sacrifice Demon's Disciple. Aura triggers again, and we get another creature on top of that. So you can get multiple creatures out. Now, because we've decided, as you can see, this isn't Mardu anymore. This is Orzhov. So I've changed out the level 5 cleric. There's not many, but I've chosen Victory's Envoy as a one-of. In a late game, this is really cool because at the beginning of our upkeep, every creature we control gets a +1/+1 counter. So we can just keep going bang, 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 making things bigger. And it's just a great target for your opponent to get rid of. It's pretty good. Lastly, 3 Kai the Exonerable. One of my favorite planeswalkers in Standard. We can put these ghost form counters on things like, say, Aura. That way, when we sack Aura or sack any, say we sack Righteous Valkyrie, that goes back to our hand. We get another creature back thanks to Aura, and then we get to bring it back to our hand. Or if we sacrifice a creature with Pyre of the Heroes, we get a new creature, and our original creature goes back to our hand, allowing us to play it again. Really cool with Aura. It's a great ability. Also, when those creatures die, we get a Spirit Token, which is a blocker in itself, really fun. And lastly, to round out the deck, 1 Haunting Voyage. It returns everything, all clerics back to our battlefield. Great in the long game. We can stall, grind down our opponent so they've got no cards that they can really play. They've run out all their resources, then we play this and just swing and win for game. Or burn them out with Veto and Righteous Valkyrie. The mana base is 23 lands, 8 plains, 6 swamps, 4 Brightcon Pathway, 2 Shine Shadow Snarls, and 3 Failed Passage. The sideboard is optional, but it's for Professor Symbology. Very similar to my previous one in my other deck, only I replaced 3 Necrotic Fumes with 2, because we don't have that many creatures to sacrifice, but we've got 1 Academic Predation, 1 Environmental Sciences, 2 Reduce to Memory, 2 Necrotic Fumes, and 1 Confront the Past to bring back Kaya. And that's the deck. It's a lot of fun, and it's really enjoyable to play. So we're going to play some Standard and see how we do with Kaya Cleric. Let's get going. Alright, opponent's going first, and we have some fun things going on here. Let's see what we got. What we got? We can go Black Land, then we go Cleric. That's pretty good. Alright, nothing's first, so pass turn. Instead, we'll get that Black Land. We can either do Vanishing Verse, we can either do Cleric of Life's Bond, which is also great. Nothing? Alright, let's go. Let's grab ourselves a swamp. And that is beautiful. Alright, my turn. Let's go with the Snarl Snarl. We'll show the plains. And we'll play Pyre of Heroes as a good way of starting up the deck. Cool. So next turn we can play Vanishing Verse, but I might, unless he plays something really big or something really important, then we can do Demon's Disciple and make him sacrifice it. Interesting. Well, there's Kaya, so we're in a good spot. I could just exile it, but he'll just exile himself. I think Demon's Disciple is the way to go. We can always, once he's in the grave, we can always get him back later with Aura. So he's always a great one to have. So I'll make him sack his creature. So Glyph Weaver is gone. So that's really nice. Okay, now we can go... so we're looking at... I'm not sure what we're looking at here. It's interesting. Okay. I'm going to go with the Cleric of Life's Bond. I can only do this on my turn, which is kind of annoying, but you know, it is what it is. Alright, now we'll go and we'll sack him. And we can bring out, that is. Oh, he's thinking, I'm going to go, well, Righteous Valkyrie is the way to go. It's a good card to have. 2 in the grave already. Beautiful. We can go Aura next turn or Kaya. And I think I know where by the way I'm going to do it. I think Kaya, if he doesn't play another creature, Kaya's the way to go. Ah, we have to exile that one. Yeah, that's going to go away now. Yeah, so I guess I don't get to play Kaya this turn. We have to go Vanishing Verse to take this one out. Now we'll go to combat. We'll go for the swing. Do 2 damage. Now we'll play the Plains. We will activate Pirate Heroes. We'll sack the Righteous Valkyrie. And we'll bring out our Aura so he can be on the field. Now we've got him as a nice little blocker who can start the fun. So we'll see. Baneslayer Angel, that's coming out. Alright, that's a thing. So, yeah, as much as I hate to use that, I'm going to have to go with Kaya on this one. And we're going to have to exile Baneslayer, because that's way too much power for me to deal with. And no attacks, we'll leave it up for now. Now, if we tick up Aura, we can have Aura die, and then bring him back. He's going for Kaya. Yeah, solid. That's alright. I mean, you know, it happens. We do have Victory's Envoy as well, which is always a super nice card. So what we can do is we can play Aura, and then we can get 2 more guys out. Another Pyre. We don't really need it. If I swing at him, go for the swing. No, we'll go for this one, yeah. Yep. We'll play Aura. I want to keep this one. These 2 will trigger. Let's go with Righteous Valkyrie. And we'll go Demon's Disciple. We'll make a sacrifice Demon's Disciple, and that way you can get these things. Let's see what he's doing. He's thinking. There are 3 more Kais in the deck we can get out. Alright, so I'm going to sack Demon's Disciple, and when he dies, we get another one out. Well, get out, go back. So that's the way we play the game, because that way we get 2. And then he scoops. We just sacrifice this guy for another Righteous Valkyrie. Alright, well, opponent goes first. It's alright. I mean, Pie the Heroes is pretty good. And we've got some speakers, we've got a Cleric. I can live with this. I will keep this hand. I can play white, then black. Alright, so it looks like we are playing against a Knight deck. Alright, so we can absolutely do blocking here, because us blocking in this... Here's the thing, if I play Fatal Passage now, I can go and grab myself a white land, and I can play another Speaker of the Heavens. No, I'm going to leave it, because I can get creatures back easily. I don't know how well his revival abilities will go. Acclaimed Contender. Alright. It's fine. We're getting there. It's all good. Alright, so champion. You gonna swing with Rimrock Knight? I will happily block. The more damage he can put out, the worse it is for me. So we go Archfiend's Vessel. We can go Pirate Heroes. And no attacks. Now, if he swings, we'll let him hit us 3 damage. Because we can sack him at next turn to bring out Cleric of Life's Bond. Or, I assume the other one to exile stuff. He's going to swing, make himself bigger. No blocks, I'm okay with this. 5 damage is fine. I can get more back. It's all in the room work. Alright, let's see what we got. We'll get there in the end. Oh, another Rimrock Knight. Beautiful. Alright, so this Snarl's going to come down with nothing, which is unfortunate. So let's sack our Archfiend's Vessel. And we'll grab ourselves the Professor of Symbology. Grab ourselves a Reduce to Memory. So you play it, we'll play the Snarl. No attacks. Now, we'll block with Speaker of the Heavens if we need to. And then we can play this, sacrifice this guy for another one. You're going to up-claim Contender? Yep. Cool. You can block you. Down to 12. It's fine. It's all okay. There's Kaya, which is great. Alright, so let's go Cleric of Life's Bond. All out. Let's go sack Professor of Symbology. We'll go Righteous Valkyrie. Gain some life. Good, now we can block with his acclaimed contender. Righteous Valkyrie can block Fervent Champion. If we get Atlantic Stone, we can go Kaya. Oh, he's not going Kaya. That's fine. You block you. You block you. Alright, he scribed for a card. He liked what he saw. This champion's gone. Cleric is gone, but he's now out of creatures. I got Righteous Valkyrie still. And now Righteous Valkyrie can be sacked. Alright, that's pretty cool. But, unfortunately, if we sack him up, we get our new one out. Oh, wouldn't that suck if I did that? That would really suck, wouldn't it? I could just exile his thing. That loses all his creatures. Like, Reduced Memory would just completely ruin his day. Yeah, let's go Reduced Memory. So, goodbye, Idol of Endurance. Just combat. Valkyrie, go for the 2 damage. Makes damage. 2. Pyre. Sacrifice Righteous Valkyrie. Go for Aura. Good, now we can block. Aura will die, but we'll get back our Righteous Valkyrie back. If we play something, we can put our Kaya in and just keep bringing stuff back over and over again. Ooh, Wings of Hubris. That's cool. Yeah, well, I'm going to exile that guy. He's gone. Non-land permanent. Yeah, that's annoying. I got Lifelink, so that's okay. 3 damage? Sure. Whoa, he went full damage he can do. Very nice. It's good. It's very good. I mean, yeah. I could just sack him anyway to get him back, but you know. Switch to combat. Aura, go for the attack. Damage. Let's go Kaya. Three. I could just put on my guy when return back to my hand, but I think we go in exile. Yeah, exile his guy, his spirit away, so he gets nothing. We'll play Victory's Envoy next turn. If we can hit a lamb, I reckon going for telling is probably the best, because we're going to get a ton of creatures back if we do that. He's playing it, but he's not got the stuff he needs for it, which is pretty good. No hasty, so you're not really going to hurt me too much. Alright, so here's our plan. We are going to play this on you. So we can swing. I can't do both at the same time. I could sacrifice Hierophant and he'll come back to my hand, and then play Hierophant again. We can't block him anyway, so let's see if we can do some damage at least first. I could, if I sacrifice him, he'll come back to my hand. I can play him again as a blocker. And I'll get a Valkyrie out. Yeah, let's do that. Let's sacrifice Aura. Alright, now I'm going to go grab myself my Righteous Valkyrie. Use him as my little blocker man. We'll get a Cleric. There's nothing to grab. Doesn't matter. Play Aura again. Grab some life back with Valkyrie. Alright, that's pretty solid. We can block up against Kaya. Alright, it's fine. He really wants to kill that thing, doesn't he? He could play something to stop it. So I'm going to go with this one and this one. It's fine, because if he does Ember Cleave, we can just get rid of it. It's all good. And I'll get him back. Yeah, he did Ember Cleave. Which one do you go for? We still do enough to kill him. Yeah, that's fine. Bring back a new one. Let's take out Professor Symbology. Now, there's a reason why I'm doing this. We're going to grab ourselves the one that does this one, the Necrotic Fumes. We're going to exile Ember Cleave. That's good. Looks good, man. Alright, if I sacrifice Hierophant, I will get my Righteous Valkyrie back, which is good for me. So we'll play the Swamp. We'll go put the thing on you. Oh, cancel. No, I have to do it the other way. I have to exile Ember Cleave. Otherwise, there's no way you get... Actually, no, I could just get rid of Necrotic Fumes. That actually, yeah, that works. It's fine. Alright, put the Ghost Form counter on Aura. I'm going to keep Professor up as a thing. I could go for Symbology, which is always good for that. So let's go with this one. Let's break him. I want that life back. Thank you. Cool, 3 damage is good. And then we'll Necrotic Fumes, exile our own guy. Necrotic Fumes. I'm going to exile Rimrock Knight. I'm going to exile Aura. Gives me a Spirit. Good. That's him gone. I could play him again, but I'm going to instead, we're going to play Haunting Voyage for Tell It. And I'm going to activate this, sack Professor. And I'm going to prepare for next turn by getting a veto out. Because next turn we're going to go Haunting Voyage. We have enough mana, I think. 7. Yep, we can bring up all our spirits. And that's going to trigger a bunch of times and should do enough damage that should kill him. Alright, you got Basri's Lieutenant. Solid. Again, I could exile it, but I'm not going to. Because that would be pointless at this point in time. So let's start with the Haunting Voyage. And I call Cleric. We'll call our Cleric. Bring them all back. Oof, that's a lot of triggers. Say good game to him. See if it actually gives him good game. Well, put a counter on him. This is nice. Good game. Hit me up with that Necrotic Fumes fun. You just go for the scoop. He was a good sport about it though, at least. Alright, opponent going first. Again, this is not bad. Keep it. We've got Arcfiend Vessel. So we can prepare ourselves for the fun. Green. Swamp. First up, Arcfiend Vessel. Great Cleric. Becomes a demon in the late game. Alright. Not bad. Let's start with a... Oh, let's go with Plains. Let's play Pyre of Heroes. And that's good. I'm going to play the white land next turn and play Professor Symbology. I'm not sure what he's playing yet. Ah, Shrines. Okay, so this is... We need to... Yeah, we need to have that thing up ready. Okay, so... If we play Valkyrie, we can start getting some stuff out real quick. Yeah, that's got to be the way to do it. I could sack and bring up new stuff, but I think we just get Valkyrie up. And then sack him next turn to bring up another one. Yeah, we got to try and get as much damage as possible. Once we get to 27 land, we'll be okay. Interesting. Maybe I was wrong what he's trying to do. No, it is exactly what I think it is. Alright. Let's start off with Swamp. Let's play Professor Symbology. Let's grab some life. Learn. I would like reduce to memory because I need to exile his whatever he plays. Let's Pyro Heroes. Let's crash Professor. Let's play Righteous Valkyrie. We'll attack. Just gotta go as fast as we can. Gotta go fast. If he board wipes me next turn, that's a problem. If not, we should be able to win. Just keep triggering stuff up. The one I got to watch out for is if I want. Well, actually, if he doesn't play it, I should kill that one. I should reduce that to memory. I don't know if he want my flyers to stop him. How much is this costing now? 4. I mean, he could tap one out. He gets him some life back. No, it doesn't. Okay, it's 3. There he goes for scoop. Beautiful. We had Kyra anyway, so it was going to be a good game for us. Hey everybody, welcome back. So they were some fun games. I really enjoyed the game against the mono red player, that was fun, but also really enjoyed my game against the Knights player. I haven't seen a Knights deck played for a very long time. I was actually thinking about playing a Knights deck before I decided to play my Cleric deck. I was like, you know, I should make a Knights deck. That should be fun. But yeah, as you can see in that, we just ran out the resources we blocked. He can't bring stuff back. Well, he tried to, but we got rid of his chance to bring his creatures back. But we can just keep on sacrificing our creatures, gain massive advantage that way because we can bring stuff back. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, that is the deck for today. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't already, maybe even consider subscribing to keep up to date with any new decks. I do put out a new video every second day. I am back, so thanks to popular demand, new decks coming out every second day. As always, thank you so much for your support. And if you have any ways to improve this deck or ideas for other clerics, I am going to make a historic version of this deck. There are a few more just change ups in ratios and other clerics in historic that are really good. Particularly, I'm going to incorporate some of the afterlife one. That way we get more bang for our buck when they die. We'll get spirits as well. So I might include that in here, maybe take a couple of these out, maybe something out here, and I'll make some modifications. But that'll be a historic one later on in the future, maybe next week. So anyway, yeah, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all your support, and I'll see you again next time. Bye for now, everybody.